Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, my dear students. Here is your mathematics teacher Muhammad Amjad Saeed from Pakistan International School, Taif, Saudi Arabia. Today we will continue our lecture number 35, and last time we finished our chapter number 6. Now we are going to start our chapter number 7. Chapter number 7. Last time we finished our chapter number 6. Here we have, first of all, before we start our exercise, I want to give you the idea about the angle. Basically, angle is defined as the union of two non-collinear rays with common endpoint. That common endpoint is vertex, and the two non-collinear rays are known as arms of the angles. After that, the angle can be drawn by in clockwise and anti-clockwise. For example, this angle is anti-clockwise and this angle is clockwise, and this will be, this is anti-clockwise and this is clockwise. Here in this case, this is known as initial side and this is terminal side. Remember that this is terminal side of the angle and this is the initial side of the angle, and this is common vertex, that is arm of the angle, this is arm of the angle, and that corner is vertex. So this is clockwise rotation and here it is anti-clockwise rotation. This will be the initial side and here is terminal side. I hope that you understood this. After this, we have the system of measurements of angles. Remember that we have three systems of measurement of angle. One is DMS system, degree, minute and second system. This is known as DMS system, degree, minute and second system. So in this way we can find the degrees, minutes and seconds in this way with the help of this system. Second is angle is radian. Radian measure of angle. Then it's radian. This is two-dimensional angle. This is plane angle. This is three-dimensional angle. And this is solid angle. Remember that radian two-dimensional angle, plane angle, and radian is three-dimensional angle, solid angle. So we have the radian angle and degrees relation. There is a relation between degrees and radians. So we can convert, for example, basically when you move all around the circle, at the center the total angle is of 360 degree. At the same time, in case of radian measure of angle, we have 2 pi radian, because this is 0 to pi and then pi to 2 pi. 2 pi radian is equal to 360 degrees. Or you can say pi radian is equal to 180 this is the relation between radians and degrees. 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees. Basically 180 over pi means 3.14, that is 57.3 degrees basically. Nearly this is 57.3 degree. So 1 radian is equal to 57.3 degree or 180 over pi radians. For the conversion we will use these formulas. Similarly 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. Pi over 180 radians means 3.14 over 180. That is 0.01745. This is radian. So in 1 radian there are this much degrees. In 1 degree these are this much radians. So we have the relation between radians and degrees. We have this formula. Dear students, in exercise 7.1, we are given question number 4 and 5, express the following angles into radians. Then question number 5 is radians into degrees. We have to convert them. Yes. Question number 4. Express the following angles into radians. Number 4. Convert into radians. Convert into radians. Suppose this is part number 2, 60 degree. 60 degree. You know that as 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. As 1 degree is equal to pi over 180 radians. So multiplied by 60, 60 into pi over 180 radian. 0, 0 cancel, 6 3 is there. So we have pi over 3 radians. So dear students, this is the way how you will convert the degrees into radians. After that, we have part number 4, 225 degrees. You simply change the values here. 225 degree. Here is 225 degrees. Here 225 degrees. Pi over 180. Now we can have 225. You can divide by 5. 5 for the 25, 5 the 25. 5, 3 is the 15, 5, 6 the. Then again 3, 1 the 3, 3, 5 the 15. And this is 12. Again this is 3, 5 the and 3, 4 the. So we have 5 pi by 4, that is your 225 degree converted into radians. After that, question number 5. We have to convert into degrees. Convert into degrees. Question number 5. We are given part number 3, 7 pi over 8. 7 pi over 8 as 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees. As 1 radian is equal to 180 over pi degrees, so multiply by 7 pi over 8. 7 pi by 8, 180 over pi degrees. So pi cancelled out. So we are left with 4 to the 8, 4 4 the 16, and 4 5 the 20. Then it will be 7 into 45 over 2. 7 into 45 by 2 is 7 5 the 35 3s. Yeah, 350 divided by 2. So we can divide it 45 multiplied by 7, 315 divided by 2, that is 157.5. So that is your answer. I hope that you can solve the other parts in the same way. Dear students, we have exercise 7.2 now. Before we start our 7.2 exercise, we must have two formulas. We have two formulas. L is equal to r theta and area of sector is half r square theta. L is the length of circular arc, r is the radius of circle, theta is the radian measure of angle at the center of the circle. A is area of sector, r is the radius of circle and theta is the radian measure of angle subtended at the center. So we have these two formulas which will be used frequently in your next exercise. The questions are given. Exercise 7.2, question number 1, part 2. Exercise 7.2, question 1, part 2. We have to find theta. We have to find theta if L is equal to 4.5 meter and R is equal to 2.5 meter. Using L is equal to R theta and theta is equal to L over R. So theta is equal to 4.5 over 2.5. Theta is equal to 45 over 25. That will be 9 over 5. So we can have 1.8. So theta is equal to 1.8 radian. That's your answer. Dear students, after that, question number 2, part 1. Find L. We have to find L. Question number 2, part 1. We have to find value of L. If theta is equal to 180 degree and R is equal to 4.9 centimeter. Yes, using L is equal to R theta, same formula. But remember that this angle is in degrees. So 180 degree actually it is equal to pi radian. So here, using value L is equal to r theta, r is 4.9 into theta is pi. So 4.9 theta, pi is 3.1417. Now multiply and get your answer. That will be 4.9 multiplied by 3.1417. That is 15.4 centimeter. That's your answer. After that, I hope that you can do your question number 3. Dear students, after that we have question number 12 and 13. Find the area of sector whose central angle is pi by 5 radian. Same exercise we have question number 12. Question number 12. Find area of sector. Area of sector. You have to find A. Whereas central angle is pi by 5 radian. Theta is equal to pi by 5 radian. And R is equal to 10 centimeter. Using area of sector is half r square theta. Half r square is 10 square. Theta is pi by 5. So 1 over 10 into 100 into pi, that will be 10 pi. So in this way, you can multiply pi as 3.14 with this, and that will be square centimeter. That's your answer. After that, area of sector with the central angle theta in a circle of radius 2 meter is 10 square meter. Number 13, we have to find theta in radian. And area of sector is 10 square meter. 10 square meter. 10 square meter, and r is equal to 2 meter. Radius is equal to 2 meter. Using the formula of area of sector, half r square theta. Half r square mean 2 square. Yes, we have theta. We have to find theta, and area is 10. That will be 10 is equal to 4 by 2 theta, that is 2, and theta is equal to 10 by 2, theta is equal to 5 radian. That's your answer. So dear students, with this question number 13, your exercise 7.2 finished. After that, we have exercise 7.4. Before we start our exercise 7.4, I want to tell you about the formulas, basic formulas for trigonometry. You will apply these formulas. For example, formulas of trigonometry are sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Number 2 is sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, and cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Number 4 is secant theta is equal to 1 over cos theta. Number 5, cosecant theta is equal to 1 over sin theta. Number 6, tangent theta is equal to sin theta over cos theta. Cotangent theta is reciprocal of that, cos theta over sin theta, or you can say 1 over tangent theta. Similarly, number 8 is 1 plus tangent square theta is equal to secant square theta. This is fundamental identities. Number 9, 1 plus cotangent square theta is equal to cosecant square theta. These are the formulas which will be applied here in exercise 7.4. Now we have exercise 7.4. We are given question number 7. Yes. Question number 7 is 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta is equal to cos square theta. Remember that we will take left hand side and will prove that it is equal to right hand side. You know about this formula, a minus b, a plus b, that is a square minus b square. 1 minus sine square theta, 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, that is equal to right hand side. You can check from here. 1 minus sine square theta is equal to cos square theta. That was the formula which was used. After that, we have question number 10. Cotangent plus cosecant. Cotangent plus cosecant. Cotangent theta plus cosecant theta into tangent minus sine. Tangent theta minus sine theta is equal to secant theta minus cos theta. Secant theta minus cos theta. Actually, we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So left hand side is cotangent theta plus cosecant theta into tangent theta minus sine theta. You know about this cotangent theta. What is cotangent theta? I told you cotangent theta is cos over sine or 1 over tangent. So you can write down 1 over tangent theta. And what about cosecant theta? This is cosecant theta, that is equal to 1 over sine. 1 over sine theta. Into tangent theta minus sine theta. Now remember that taking this 1 by 1 and multiply with the second bracket. This is first into first, multiply that. 1 over tangent theta into tangent theta minus 1 over tangent theta into sine theta plus 1 over sine theta into tangent theta minus 1 over sine theta into sine theta. Remember that this is cancelled out, sine theta and sine theta cancelled out. We are left with sine theta. This is minus sine theta over tangent theta, then plus tangent theta over sine theta. Yes. After that, you know, tangent is actually sine over cos. We will write down minus sine theta over sine theta over cos theta plus tangent theta is sine theta over cos theta whole over sine theta. That's your right hand side. We have to confirm that left hand side is equal to right hand side. After that, you can check. This is division after division, it becomes reciprocal. Minus sine theta cos theta over sine theta. plus sin theta over cos theta and sin theta. Because this cos will come down, here sin theta and sin theta cos theta, that will be minus cos theta, and sin cancelled out, this will be 1 over cos theta. Dear students, you know that 1 over cos is secant theta. So minus cos theta plus secant theta implies that you can write down secant theta positive term first, negative second place, then you can check your right hand side. Secant theta minus cos theta. That's your answer. Dear students, that was your question number 10. I hope that you understood this question. Okay, Allah Hafiz and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.